Hey guys, just checking in on my 23 250XE TBI. It's got almost 18 hours on it right now, and I've been loving this bike. I know there's a lot of videos out there praising these things, and I gotta tell you, it's warranted. I just posted a 250 XEW stock for stock against this guy, and I understand now what you guys are talking about, probably with the carbs. I said I haven't ridden a carb bike in a while, but coming off of that bike and getting back on this, it's that punch, that instant throttle response, not that delayed, lulled torque delivery of the TPIs is, yeah, it's pretty great. So I guess when I was doing the comparison with my 300, that has a two-stroke performance head on it. That's the problem. The two-stroke performance head, the tuned ECU, it does eliminate that. My 300 feels like an animal in comparison to that 250, not only horsepower wise, but throttle response. So if you guys have a TPI and you're looking to try and get it more towards a carb bike, I'd go that route. I mean, probably the heads, right? I only have experience with the two-stroke performance head, medium compression on my bike, down here at sea level in Florida, tuned ECU. I run the aggressive map on my bike. I don't have the switch. It's just, you can plug or unplug that connector. And yeah, it just torque monster. That being said, how good that bike runs, I prefer this bike, the way it runs, the snappiness of it. And this is not even a TPI, TBI conversation. This is the 250. This, and probably the platform. XC versus XCW. This XC is just playful. I love it. No real dislikes with the bike. If I had to be choosy, be nitpicky, I don't really like how when it is warm, not even warm, anytime, when you go to restart the bike after shutting it off, sometimes it will fire immediately, sometimes it will take throttle to start it. I can see that being a problem for my hair scrambles, since it's a dead start, right? I got to run to the bike, get on it, and start it. Again, I'm not, going for a championship, so it's a couple places. Hopefully I can make that up with endurance or skill. We'll find out, right? I'm going to do my first one this weekend on it, and looking forward to it. Just have a concern about fuel mileage, but I ran white map yesterday. I think it did rate about 30 miles, and I'm somewhere right below this fairing right here, about 30 miles in. If that's the case, I got 3 laps, 14 miles each. I should be good, should be close, as long as this fuel pickup works. I'll do a couple wheelies when I can to just ensure I keep that center section filled. So actually, it's going to be a good test for the fuel range. Worst case scenario, I run out of fuel, I DNF, I just learned something new, right? All right, then it'll be a problem. Aside from that, seat, kind of a pain in the ass to always clean it. I like to keep my bikes really clean. So simple green and a toothbrush gets off that, from just rubbing dirt into the seat. That, to be expected. Clutch cover, about 13 hours that started happening, so can always just replace it. Aside from that, I don't really have complaints. Learning about this air fork here. I am 165, 170 pounds, vary about that 5 pounds without gear, and I got this now set up from the KTM Sport settings to normal, and that's how much travel I got left. Had some pretty decent hits too with that. No jumping, no big jumps, let's put it that way. Just hopping off of stuff, but did have some good little hops off of like coming down a hill and jumping to landing on the flat bottom. Gives you any kind of idea. I know that's not very technical, sorry. Aside from that, white map growing on me. Still love the green map. really transforms the bike between those two maps. If you think the white isn't aggressive enough, hit the green map. I'm sure it's going to be aggressive enough for you. It's just been a blast to ride, and as long as it stays, you know, reliable, it's slowly becoming my favorite bike I've ever owned. And I thought the 300 was. Before the 300, I had an 07 250 XCW, and I know I sound like a KTM fanboy. I promise you I'm not. I had a KTM 125 motocross bike SX a while ago. That's the extent of my KTMs. I've ridden other brands. Yamaha has been actually probably my favorite brand for motocross, and yeah, used to love Hondas. I'm not brand loyal. I used to do a ton of track days, did some road racing, raced Honda, and track days, everything. Kawasaki, Suzuki, Honda, Yamaha, Triumph, no Ducati, so no Aprilia. But so, yeah, I've had a lot of experience on all different bikes. I think two-stroke wise, hard to beat KTM. I'm sorry, but counterbalance motors, hardly any vibration. Where that, I will say, this thing's got some more vibration than my 300 XCW, and a lot more vibration to me could be the exhaust, because this thing is a lot louder than the 22 250 XCW I just compared it to. And again, guys, the white map on this, still snappier, more punchy, and more responsive than the TPI. I think I get it now. I told you guys in a couple videos ago, I can't compare carbed to the TBI, but I get it, because after riding the TPI stock TPI bike to this, much more responsive. You want to fix that, do a head ECU tune, because my 300, I got rid of that lazy power delivery. It's an animal, and I have my power valve turned in quite a bit. If I turned it out, that bike would be a monster. It's actually why I decided to get one of these, the 250, and didn't get the 300 XC. I was actually kind of worried it would be too much power to race, wears me out, because my 300 now does. And I forget who made the comparison, but someone said the tuned, you know, a 300 XCW TPI with the head and a tune makes about the same power as the new TBI 300s. If that's the case, then yeah, I made the right decision. This 250 platform has been awesome. It's been so playful, and I've been enjoying it. Any questions, let me know. But hoping to make some more content with this, and I will for sure give you clips of my race after this weekend. I'll let you know how I do. First hair scramble on it, second hair scramble ever. Wish me luck. Thanks.